Players, welcome back to HateGuns.com. Today we're going to be talking about two issues that have plagued the airsoft community since the days of Tokyo Marui and the old days of airsoft. What is the difference between good quality BBs and bad quality BBs? And how do you operate a high capacity magazine? Now let me start with the good and bad type of BBs. A lot of people, I understand, that don't want to spend a lot of money on BBs because they see the cheaper brand and they think, what's the difference? And we're going to clarify that in this video. And then the issue with the magazines is, well, to be fair, when I first started playing airsoft, I didn't understand how to operate a high capacity magazine either. And it's not exactly something that you can learn by yourself. It's something you kind of have somebody show you, or you have to read about. Because you look at this and you're like, well, what's this little wheel thing on the bottom? And, you know, that's understandable. So we're here to try and help alleviate that confusion. We'll start with what's the difference between good and bad types of BBs. Okay. Most people see good BBs. They see brands like G&G, Airsoft Elite, and our Metal Tax, and they wonder, why is it that this is much more expensive than these multicolored yellow BBs, white BBs? They come in all shapes and colors. The abridged version of that question is, these BBs hold a higher standard. These are created with a higher set of quality controls. They have to meet a certain standard. They can't have pits in them. They can't have casting lines in them. They can't have, because with that comes major problems down the barrel of your airsoft gun, no matter if you're running a type or a standard one, because if the BBs are made of shoddy plastic, have pits in them, they're going to stick inside the barrel, and you don't want that to happen. Because getting a new barrel can be very costly, and it can also be a big hassle, depending on what gun you have. Okay, so we'll give you a visual comparison. Okay, for this demonstration, we're going to be using our own in-house Metal Tack BBs, which we try to hold at the same standard as Airsoft Elites. We try to hold in the G&G, but G&G is just way far ahead of everybody, so yeah, we're not going to be able to keep up with them. They're much cooler than us. Okay, so let's get a visual. Here we have our Metal Tack BBs. As you can see, they got a nice build to them, very little lines, no pits, very shiny. That's what you want. You want very slick, very consistent BBs, and we hand test every batch that we get. And we make sure that they meet our standards, which usually we hold a standard of, make sure that they're somewhere between the 5.95, 5.93 region, which is ideal for airsoft BBs. We try to get them a little bit bigger for Type 4 barrels. And then we'll take some of these evil things. Taste the rainbow. There we go. And the rainbow tastes like death. As you can see, they're all kinds of colors. They're kind of all over the place. And if you look closely, see if I can get a zoom in. Some of these have casting lines in them. Some of them have, they look like golf balls. They look like little tiny golf balls with the pits in them. The only time that generally that we recommend, and that most airsoft players would recommend these BBs, is for, you know, if you have a relatively inexpensive plinker gun, like a spring gun, one of those 1 to 3 scale guns. These are okay. Generally, we recommend lighter BBs due to the sole reason that they are lighter, and with lower FPS guns, they work a little better. But at the same time, there are such thing as high quality 12s, and there's such a thing as low quality 12s. But if you can, 20s, you'll see a better accuracy increase with 20s. And that's pretty much the gist of what's the difference between good and bad BBs.